Hi, it's Miriam with Engadget, and this here is the Galaxy Nexus. Now, our review should be up in a few days, but I want to give you a bit of a teaser slash first impressions video. I've only had this phone for about a day or so. So as you can see, the back is very typical Galaxy S2 like Samsung. You get this patterned cover that snaps in place. Now, on this phone, it's a little harder to snap, and that's one of the first things we noticed. The reason for that is we had to put a SIM in there, and this is an HSPA Plus unlock device. So it's pentaband 3G, the first Android phone that has that functionality. It'll work in any GSM compatible 3G network in the world. That means also AT&T and T-Mobile in the US. It's also quad band edge for backwards compatibility with 2G. There's a camera here. It's a 5 megapixel autofocus with 1080p video. It's a little bit of a step down from other Galaxy S2 devices. Now, we've taken a few pictures and it's pretty good, but the verdict's still out as to whether it was a good idea to downgrade. You know, it's not all about megapixels, obviously. There is a Google logo here and a Samsung logo. Of course, here is a speaker. Now, on the right-hand side, you'll find the power lock key as well as some gold contacts of some kind, probably for a dock. It's a pretty thin phone. On the left-hand side is the volume rocker here, and then on the bottom you have a micro USB charge and data port as well as headphone jack and a microphone. Nothing really here on the top. So let's power this guy up. So here you go. And so inside you'll find a TI OMAP dual core 1.2 gigahertz processor as well as 1 gig of RAM, which is quite a nice amount of RAM. And here's the boot animation. The screen is a 4.65 inch display. It's a pretty large screen. Of course, there's no physical buttons at the bottom, which is why the bezel is so small. And it's a HD display, so it's 720 by 1280 pixels. It's a Super AMOLED, and it's not of the Plus variety, which means it's a pentile display. So this is the lock screen here. You can see I'm on T-Mobile, and you can either slide to the left or right. To the left is the camera, and to the right is the unlock. So this is the home screen. Ice cream sandwich, Android 4.0.1. First phone of its kind, first device of its kind with this OS. Big news here, lots of changes, a very honeycomb-like UI. Let me show you, for example, the search bar and voice search stays on every screen as you scroll. You can see it's still up there. And that's one of the first things that I noticed. And then, of course, you get the software keys down here. You can see the back, home, and app keys. This shows you which apps are running. So menus are generally brought up custom, some kind of custom button in each app. So for example, the web browser here. So I'm connected to HSPA Plus T-Mobile here. If you scroll down here, you can see there's a 3 ... kind of buttons, and this is the menu you get now. That's one of the big changes. So how are you going to get to the settings? Well, you can go to the app tray, which I'm going to show you in a second, or you can just scroll the notification bar down and go into the settings like that. You notice they rearranged a few things. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are at the top, which is really nice. And then here in the About phone, there's a nice little Easter egg, so I'm going to show it to you. If you tap on Android version a few times, you get this guy, and if you hold this down, it gets bigger, the vibration motor vibrates. And if you do it enough times, you'll get to this kind of cute little ice cream sandwich Android robot animation. So, the app tray, I can just hit the home button here. Here's the app tray. So you have apps and widgets, a bunch of widgets here. And of course you can go to the market by tapping on the market button. Let me show you this cool animation. So if you go to the next screen, you can see it starts fading in like that. Yeah, and of course you have to go all the way. And I just got a notification here on another phone. And there it is. All my phones are going off. So that's kind of a cool little design extra, I guess. Nothing really too exciting. But it looks good. The screen is really quite gorgeous. It's Super AMOLED, so it's got incredible viewing angles and very dark, deep blacks and really saturated colors. It's very low brightness right now. I've got it set to low setting because to not interfere with the camera, yet it still looks really, really good. Another thing I noticed, you see a whole bunch of apps already installed. It actually, when I logged into Google during setup, pulled down all my apps that I'd installed on my account and installed them for me, which is really fantastic. The other thing it does, it automatically logs you into Google Plus if you have a Google Plus account. So that's kind of nice. Let's see. I want to wrap this up, since the review should be up in a few days. I want to show you a little bit of a history lesson. So this is the Galaxy Nexus, and this here is the the Nexus S from last year. So gingerbread, ice cream sandwich, and then going back in time a little further, we have the Nexus 1. So this is the Nexus 1, and as you can see, they've gotten bigger in size over the years and a little thinner as well. Another notification here. So, I'll leave you with this. Expect our review soon, and stay tuned for more on ice cream sandwich and the Galaxy Nexus. Cheers.